Make this super, super quick, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now I know I kind of fall. I know I kind of fall in this category. You know what I'm saying? But this is the equivalent. The equivalent of a soft person on the internet. Not someone who calls out the racism on the internet. This is different, man. So, if you guys are sports fans, and LSU and Iowa just played each other in the national championship, and things got a little bit toxic at the end of the game because we have Angel Reese taunting Caitlin Clark. Now, this is hilarious to me because taunting in sports has been a thing for a while, and people just want to be softies about it. You know what I'm saying? But this one hits different because you guys know me. I said it before on TikTok. I said it before on It's Card. I'm not the type to go to the it's about race bullshit. But this is 100% racially motivated. You can't even fucking hide it, bro. So Angel Reese taunted Caitlin Clark at the end of the game. She did the "You Can't See Me" taunt, which is something that Caitlin Clark did 48 hours before that game. And what makes this situation worse is because basically, you guys know that meme on TikTok where it's cool when they do it, it's a problem when I do it, fuck them type of meme. It's literally this. It is literally this.
It seems
It's filled with people who have low base ass arguments, and this guy right here, got. I wish they didn't take away the dislikes because I bet the ratio is crazy in this one. All right, so this guy right here, because people are basically calling Angel Reese, which is the player right there. Ooh, you can see why I said it's about race, right? Okay. They basically was saying she said that let me make sure my microphone's on. They said that she was classless for taunting back at Angel Caitlin Clark, our big Caitlin Clark, our Pierre Snow daughter Caitlin Clark. How dare you? You know, and it's really embarrassing, really, when you would she did the same exact fucking thing, and it's even worse because she did it to a black player before that. But it doesn't matter about race. That's not. I'm not trying to make this too big about race because I'm gonna explain why this is really about race. Because, like I said, it's cool with. I'm gonna say it. Hold on a second. Give me a second, bro. I'm gonna do it. Literally. I hope I don't get copyrighted claim for that shit. Uh, so, yeah. Like I said, this situation pissed me off because, like I said, I hate people like this, and this guy is the equivalent of people I hate. Optimus did the same thing, and ever since that video, I always thought maybe I was a little bit wrong for doing that, but it's like I hate the people who they see the situation, they understand why people are saying it's this, and they act retarded and act like we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. We're just trying to make a situation political when we're not.
like way more people than normal were actually tuning in to the women's national championship game for the NCAA tournament between LSU and Iowa. There were a couple good.
You can already tell this guy does not watch women's basketball at all. He's probably one of the people who sit here and always got to come to a comment section about a WNBA player or just a women's player in general and be like, who cares about it? I mean, you want proof? Literally the top comment. People watch women's basketball. No, 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 no. We don't watch women's basketball. We watch basketball. We watch basketball. There's a difference. We watch basketball. Okay? We don't care who's playing on the court. We are watching it. Okay? I don't know who you guys are, but we are doing this. So, yeah, this guy is trying to defend Dave Potney because he made another dumbass tweet on the internet calling calling her classless. Now, the problem here, people, for who has a brain cell of a sloth, we're not calling him racist for criticizing Caitlin or Angel Reese for taunting. What we're calling him is a potential racist for literally criticizing a black woman for doing the same thing she did. And it gets worse in this video. So I'm
stories
gonna shut
between
up.
Iowa making a
And I'm
run,
not gonna
beating
keep
South
pausing because I
Carolina,
really want to
Caitlin
watch
Clark,
this
best
again.
player
I
in
already
the
watched
country,
it.
and of
Me and
course
my
on the
mom was
LSU
watching
side,
this,
Kim
man, and we were
Mulkey moving
roasting
from
the shit out
Baylor
of
to
it the entire
LSU,
time, man.
makes the title game, and LSU dominated. They were dominant this entire game, but what Angel Reese did at the end is what everyone was talking about. And Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports quickly found out that if you say something bad about someone and they happen to be black, you will immediately get labeled a racist by so many people.
Now let me stop him right here, bro. Because people like this are fucking hilarious to me because they always think that if we like they can't criticize black players. No, you can criticize black players. But calling them classist piece of shit, which is usually a taunt to low class people, black people, or just an insult to black people, because they taunted to someone who happens to be a pure snow, and you call them classless, it's kind of fucking racist. Especially when the pure snow did the exact same thing to another person like Angel Reese 48 hours before. So
And that's what happened when he criticized Angel Reese for her
everything, Timmy here. Just wanted to add some out because it's even worse because if you actually looked into the situation, I just started getting into the situation and on my way to Janesville, I looked in more and it was worse. Caitlin Clark literally got praised for her trash talk by ESPN. They dubbed her the queen who claps back. So praising her for trash talking. She trash talked a couple times. She trash talked someone else that she beat. I think it was a game before the national champion saying, "Oh, you're down by 15. Shut up." That's trash talking. So these people who are making the big deal about how, oh my God, it's bad for you to taunt like this. You're a bad guy, or a bad woman in this case, are fucking stupid when they ignore that part right there.
actions after the game. Dave
Again,
Portnoy
no one is
retweets this Sports Center
criticizing,
clip,
but
classless piece of shit. Now, keep in mind, Dave Portnoy did have money on Iowa, so that might have affected why he was so upset about some of this. But this is the clip that was going on.
So you call a player classless, like this, so you don't call the entire team classless then? What the fuck kind of argument is that? Well, I might have had some money on this team, but let me criticize that one player. You know, I have money on the Golden State Warriors to beat the Denver Nuggets last night. Fuck you, Steph Curry. Because I don't know why. Like, what is?
And everybody loved that Angel Reese was trolling, taunting her opponent at the end of the game.
Yes, because it's part of the game of fucking. It's part of sports. It literally is. I hate to say it. Trash talking internet is part of video games too. Not the racist shit, just trash talking. Bringing all that other shit, racist and bullshit, misogynist shit, that's dumb. But just shit talking, that's not. There's nothing wrong with that. Literally, there isn't.
Reese knows a ring is coming.
Again, Angel Reese is doing the same shit.
This is her doing the "you can't see me" at the free throw line, right? This is at the free throw line, you know, when the game was clearly out of reach. That's not where it ended, okay? That is not where it ended. What a lot of people are trying to say is, oh, look, when Caitlin Clark did this, you didn't say anything about it. Well, it's because it was about a 1 second gesture that wasn't even in anybody's face.
And this is where I had a problem with this video because that logic is used by so many people and they swear to God think it's a good argument. It is not. You are basically saying, so by your logic, it's worse when I robbed a bank because it took me 10 minutes to rob a bank. But it took Michael about 3 seconds, 3 minutes. So it's worse with me, and I should be the one to go to jail and be criticized because I did it for 10 minutes. He did it for 3 minutes. And on top of mine, I flexed with my money before I whipped. Okay, that kind of will obviously put me in the worst category, but you get my point. My point is, there's no, that argument about how long someone does it and how they do it is so stupid. She taunted. She taunted. She knew what she was doing. She wasn't upfront But come on now. This is
just
crazy.
directed as she was walking back to her team
This is crazy.
at the end of a game, close to an end of a game. As Dave Portnoy points out, but they did the same thing, brain dead people. There is a little bit of a difference in these players. Watch this.
Yeah,
Caitlin Clark.
It's basically how they did it, which is, an argument that I used a lot, even with my Diesel Patches video, where, you don't like how they did the racist video or showed how to explain racism in the country. And then you say, Teen Titans, and I said they did it in their own way. And they just did it differently. They're a little bit more excessive and out loud with their fucking racism. Teen Titans used the same topic as they did to say how stupid it is. They did the same thing. Theirs was a little bit more upfront and actually non-fictional. Teen Titans was fictional. Like I said, the reason why I hate when people make videos like this is because they swear to God think that they have good points. And they have a platform full of soft-ass people, in this case, white people, who think that this is this is classist, this is wrong. This is not basketball. There is literally shit tons of channels where we have people taunting, in especially women and men's channels that have people taunting in basketball. There is literally a channel I like to watch called Not So Air Jordan, where that's literally his PR. Taunting. Go into an LA Fitness or a men's league game and taunting. So unless you're going to go and call that entire channel classless, literally, like what ESPN said, keep that same energy. Taunting is taunting, motherfucker. It don't matter how long you did it. It don't matter if you made that one comment. It don't matter if you said that one thing. It don't matter if you said a fucking Bible. It is taunting. So when people like you sit here and say, it's bad when you taunt. It's bad when you do that. It's bad. What the fuck is wrong with you? I can tell you was the type of kid to get the cry when they got called stupid in fucking kindergarten, did you?
Does it real quick, and that was it. This is Angel Reese. This is as time is
Hold on a
expiring.
second. Hey, Ma. I'm back. But like I said, people...
Look at her following her around the court as the last seconds are ticking off. You can't see me in your face.
Wait. Hold up.
This is as time is expiring. Look at her following her around the court as the last second...
So are we just going to ignore her grittying on the logo? Well, how come she's a classless? She's grittying. A gritty was a taunt. Oh, my bad. She didn't do it in her face. My bad. Silly me. She wasn't a little bit too excessive. Silly me.
They're ticking off. You can't see me in your face, pointing your finger, ring, literally following Caitlin Clark all around the court. There is a big difference.
Looking directly at her, which is, again, something that Caitlin Clark did. Yeah, they didn't show it in the camera. You're really trying to show it in the camera because they had it on camera. She probably did it more than once, but we're going to just do it in the case. She did the same thing she did. It was just the second difference, or how long they did it. And again, the fact that you literally are trying to use this as an argument, taunting is taunting. It don't matter how long you did it. It don't matter how you did it. Taunting is taunting. Quit being a bitch.
What these people did. Listen, trash talk is trash talk. We've seen Baker Mayfield plant a flag in the middle of the field. We saw Baker Mayfield talk shit. We've seen college athletes do these things. These are freaking 21, 22-year-old people. Not a big deal. However, the idea that you're not allowed to criticize what Angel Reese did is a little bit laughable.
Again, who the fuck is saying that? Like, you know how white people like him always say that we're not allowed to do this and that, and they always make it about race and say that, we just can't talk about it because they're black? No, bitch. We're saying keep that same fucking energy. Who the fuck said you're not allowed to criticize Angel Reese because she's black? This is what we're talking about when the Republican Party makes shit up. No one is saying that. Literally no one is fucking saying that. These people always gotta make up something to fit their fucking propaganda. No one is fucking saying that. And the fact that you are making this up to your 100,000 subscriber people, well, obviously, the comments showing you got ratioed like a bitch, but like, Jesus Christ. The IQ in this guy is crazy.
Things are not the same, right? Following someone around and taunting them after you've beaten them, by 15 points or whatever, yeah. They
could have beat them in 100 points, and guess what? I'm still taunting. You know why? Because it's actually part of the game, I know it's crazy for softy snowflakes like you, but yeah, It's part of the game. I understand. Yeah. All right. But still,
You're allowed to call that classless. That shouldn't be a problem.
okay.
And
So why didn't you call the person who gritty on the logo classes then? Why didn't you call Clayton Clark classes? Because she did it 1 second. It wasn't in her face. Shut the fuck up.
he's getting called a racist simply for doing that. Now, let's look at some of these reactions. Wait, I'm chasing relevancy from you when you tag me in a tweet calling me racist? I don't mean this disrespectfully, but you're a nobody. I can't gain relevance from interacting with someone like you.
I literally never knew who the fuck you were up until now. Just saying. But no. And it gets even worse because we'll talk about this guy in a minute, which makes this entire situation even. Marcus Stroman is a MLB player, which I didn't talk about it much with him because I forgot to. But yeah, he's an MLB player. So it's really bad when you have an MLB player saying the same exact thing. You know, I'm just saying. Woody. Okay, so no, dude, because I made a point on a unuploaded video that I might upload later on because I don't know, I might redo the video because I didn't like how I thoroughly explained it. But I made a point in my other video where I say you can literally sit down someone, put a headphones on them, and have the computer thoroughly explain why this is what it is, and they would still be this guy and argue and say and put words in people's mouths that they didn't say at all. That's a fact. That is a fact. We explain why we think it's racially motivated. Because, again, especially with this video, you are saying because she did it longer and a little bit more direct, it's a little bit more bad than Caitlin Clark doing it for 0.5 seconds. Like, don't you, does that not scream racially motivated a little bit? And I'm usually not the type of person to go and sit here and be like, "Oh my God, you know, it's this is like," because usually I hate people who make stuff about race when it's not about race, and you just look at it because it's a black person. So I'm usually not this type of person, but I can tell when I see that this is kind of racially motivated, and in this case it is. You there was people praising her for doing it. There was people when I'm pretty sure he's gonna show in this video. Caitlin Clark literally waved off somebody for about to take a three. You know what that is in basketball? That's basically saying you ain't shit. You ain't shit. You can't shoot. Let them shoot type shit. That's talking trash. That's taunting.
Of course, Marcus Stroman responds after someone tags Dave Portnoy and calls him a proud boy. Marcus Stroman says Caitlin Clark with the same exact energy. What's the difference?
Marcus Stroman. This is why I love Marcus Stroman, man. I need to find a game where he's a starting pitcher, and I'm definitely going one. He plays for the Cubs, so obviously it's more than that because I'm a Cubs fan. But I love Marcus Stroman because he keeps it real. He keeps it real, bro. He's not these fucking people like this dude who definitely was bullied in school. It definitely got some participation trophies in his lifetime. And definitely used to cry when he lose the game. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean like Joel Embiid cry when it was a tragic loss to an ending. I mean cry after just getting his shit whooped in a goddamn basketball game or some shit like that. Or he probably never played fucking sports at all.
Of course, Marcus Stroman called Dave Portnoy a racist not that long ago. They got into a Twitter fight. You have this person responding, a white man calling a black woman a piece of shit for doing the same thing a white woman did is rooted in race. If you don't see that, that's on you.
There you go. Explained it why. They didn't even say it's fully racist. It's rooted in race. Because think about it. A white man calling a black woman a piece of shit for doing the same exact thing she did? Don't you think that kind of goes into race? It's like, this ain't new. We see it a lot. And I'm not gonna go fucking sicko mode and start explaining the history behind it. But it's if you don't know, then that's you, bro. Don't even let me say this in the comment section, man. If you don't understand it, please don't come to the arguments and try to make a big valid argument about it, because I don't feel like arguing against people and trying to explain shit to people, because every time I do, it's just met with people who then turn around and say I'm coming after their opinion or just they just don't. They feel like they're right all the time, and that's just the problem with the internet. I don't feel like doing it. I don't like turning off comments. I've thought about it a couple times on a couple of videos of mine, especially a new Storm video I uploaded. I was thinking about turning off the comments because I was getting sick and tired of people telling me what I can and can't do, which understandable when it comes to fucking weather and tornadoes. I should do what I do. I go outside when tornado warnings happen, but it's like I think the difference is I'm smart when it comes to weather. I know how weather works. I know what tornado warnings mean. I know more into the just, oh, tornado warning, take cover. I know more into what a tornado warning is, and it's not just when you get a random ass alert on your phone. I'm with a fucking weather group, for crying out loud. So like that weird flex, but you get what I mean, man. It's just I don't like when people. So I'm just saying, don't you can have your opinion, but don't try to come after mine. And then when I do come back after you and make a comment or reply to your comment, I give you the reasons behind why I think it is. Don't ignore it and make it seem like I'm just speaking bullshit, like what a lot of people do. So
I'd agree if Clark did exactly what Reese did and it went after Reese and not Clark. But they didn't do remotely the same thing. And if you can't see, then race is clouding your perspective, not mine. And
what do you mean didn't do? They both did the same taunt. You're saying as it, how long they did it and how they did it. You did it because Clayton Clark wasn't in her face. She was still looking in direction of the person she was doing it to. It's like, just say you didn't like how long she did it. And even that, you're still stupid because they both did the same thing.
I mean, this is what Angel Reese said after the game. All I was critiqued about who I was. I'm too hood. I'm too ghetto. Y'all told me that all year. When other people do it, y'all don't say nothing. This was for people that look like me.
Preach, queen. Preach. Fucking, I gotta talk like that. Everybody hate when girls say this, but slay. Fucking slay. Period. Fucking talk about. Everything she said was right. She was always critiqued about stuff that was outside basketball. And this nigga has the audacity to get mad because we called him something that was outside of basketball. The hypocrisy in these fucking comment section about sports is it amazes me, bro.
Clearly, Angel Reese is bringing race into this entire thing. That's weird. How?
No, because it is about race. Because she was taunted the entire year about that shit. People treat black women on the internet like almost worse than black men. The shit they wear, ghetto, ratchet, chop Cheeto girl. The shit, how they talk, ghetto, ratchet, hood. What they wear, a little bit too revealing. Yeah, ratchet, slut, whore. And don't get me wrong, it's white women get the same treatment, but it's worse when it comes to black women. Like I said, hey, conservative idiot who's obviously conservative, consider the fact that he's one of those motherfuckers that have to have the American flag in the background. Not saying there's nothing wrong, but, you know, people who have the American flag always be these stupid, idiotic, fucking ignorant fuckfaces, right, people right here. Hey, let me tell you something. When we say shit like this, we don't just say it for fun. We don't try to justify it. It's very serious when it comes to calling people racist. But you guys, the best thing about this whole video is he haven't explained anything about how it's not racist. He tried to have a dumbass, look how long she did and how she did it point. Okay? But it's still taunting. Again, if I shoot you in the face and you're still alive and it took me about 3 minutes to kill you, and it took somebody... Actually, let me repeat that. If I start murdering you, right? If I start murdering you and it takes me about 3 minutes to murder you, but it takes that person about 5 minutes, maybe even 10, which one's worse? Me or the other guy who took longer? By your logic, the other guy, because he did it longer. He probably did a little bit more excessive. So his is worse. So should I not go to jail because mine was 3 minutes and I wasn't a little bit too in his face about it? No, because I still did what I did. Like, do y'all not understand that logic, or are y'all just hitting?
That works. Just openly admitting that. And it even gets crazier. The anger that was towards Caitlin Clark over some disrespect, some fabricated disrespect, was nuts. Dave Portnoy, just to clarify, Angel thinks not defending the three-point line versus South Carolina was disrespectful. This is after the game with Angel Reese.
Were you sitting on the...
Oh, I was waiting.
How long were you sitting on the...
I tell you, I was waiting. Me?
At what point were you waiting to pull out this? This is kind of a Caitlin
All these women calculate, say, how long were you waiting to pull out that taunt that you were going to do?
Guys, please tell me he doesn't give you "I was bullied in school" vibes, and I never defended myself at all.
Caitlin Clark is a hell of a
Incredible.
player for sure. But I don't take disrespect lightly. And she disrespected Alexis and my girls. South Carolina, they still my SEC girls too. But y'all not gonna disrespect them either. So I wanted to pick her pocket, but I had a moment at the end of the game, and I was in my bag. I was in my moment.
Again, explained why she did it, and it wasn't just taunting and trash talking. Why didn't Caitlin Clark taunt then? Again, like, you see what I fucking mean?
So you disrespected South Carolina. Keep in mind, this is what happened. Caitlin Clark did not defend someone who's a terrible three-point shooter at the three-point line and did this.
Which is taunting. Because notice...
That was it. It was playing defense and just kind of waved off. That was the disrespecting of South Carolina. That's why you need to get taunted at the end of the game.
It's still fucking taunting.
And even this, I find it very disrespectful, so I'm going to take it personally going into the game. LSU guard Alex Morris wasn't a fan of how Caitlin Clark guarded South Carolina. This is now what everyone's talking about. Instead of, what actually happened during the game. Everyone's
what actually happened is you're mad that she did it a little bit more longer and straight up into her face. Shut the fuck up. Your arguments make no sense at all.
Angel Reese taunting Caitlin Clark and whether it was classless or not. Again, you can taunt people, you can trash talk, you can do that.
Obviously, you can if you're black.
You can also criticize that. And to pretend like these two things are the same, to pretend like what one person did versus what another person did is the same is fucking laughable.
Dude, you pretending on how long someone did it and how they did it and making it about this is insane. You're making it the whole situation about how long she did it. They did the same thing. You pussy. Just say it. It's more worse when niggas try to, over-explain what they actually mean. We know what you mean, bro. You mad she did it the way differently and a little bit more longer. Which is why I used the murder example or observation. Because it's basically your logic in a nutshell. If that guy murdered somebody a little bit more excessive than I did, and it took him about 10 minutes to get his kill in, and only 3 for mine, his is worse, and I shouldn't get no problems or no criticism. Let's even do what Caitlin Clark did. To add insult to what I did, when I was walking away, I looked at him and spit in his face. So, was that wrong, too? No, because you're going to say, well, no, murder is murder. So, taunting is taunting. Quit being a bitch and quit explaining stuff. Quit conservatizing every goddamn thing. Because if you are really saying it's taunting and taunting is good and all that, then you would not have a problem with what Angel Reese did. Because at the end of the day, it's taunting. No matter how it's done, no matter how it's did, no matter how they said, no matter what they said, trash talking and taunting are the same thing. So stop with that shit. That's the video, guys. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section, man. This your boy, It's Card Commentary. Well, not being a bitch. And I'll see y'all later. Peace out.